which helped them to build friendships and relationships at the outset. So I think that the school is focused on building a positive culture from the beginning, which is great.
I'm Agnes Stowicki, Managing Editor with Our Kids. We're speaking with insiders from Canada's leading private and independent schools to bring you insights into school programs, culture, traditions, and leadership. This includes insights from parents, alumni, and administration. This is the Our Kids Insider Perspective.
We chose Appleby College for a variety of different reasons. We'd visited a number of schools, but we ultimately felt like Appleby was the right fit for our child. And I think he also felt like it was the right fit for him. So that was really important to us to involve him in the decision-making process. Appleby offers a great academic program, but also a number of opportunities outside academics. So that was an important factor for us. There's great athletic programs, arts programs, there's service opportunities and clubs. So there's really a lot of different ways that they learn, not just in the classroom, but outside of the classroom as well. And then we were also very impressed by the global focus of the school. So there's kids from all over the world at Appleby, and we were really happy that our son will grow and learn with them in the next few years. I've been really impressed by how my child has adapted to the school. It's been a lot more rigorous than his previous school, so which I expected, but I wasn't sure how he would adapt, and he's done really well. And I think that speaks to the support system at Appleby. So each child has an advisor who's a main point of contact who they can go to help problem solve issues that they may have. And also, there's just a very caring staff at Appleby. So the teachers and everyone who really works there seems to be very supportive. So that's been great. So after the initial adjustment period to the new way of working and being, I think he's really taken it on and risen to the challenge of working harder and spending more time at school. So that's been great. And we've just really noticed how much he's learned in a short amount of time. So we've been very impressed by some of the information he brings to us that we actually didn't even know ourselves. So it's been a great learning process for all of us. And then I think he's, more confident outside of school because of the confidence he gains in school. So that's been nice to see as well. I think my child appreciates the friendships he's made at Appleby more than anything else. So at the beginning of the school year, there was a camping trip up north, which helped them to build friendships and relationships at the outset. So I think that the school is focused on building a positive culture from the beginning, which is great. And then also that he can go to teachers with issues that he might have, whether it's a problem he's having trouble with or not understanding something. There's always someone he can find to get help from. So that's great. So I would say overall, it's just the people at Appleby that make the difference. And that's probably the thing he talks about most when he comes home. So we're really grateful for that. As a parent, what I've appreciated most about the school in the past year is their adaptability and flexibility. Given that we've just been through a global pandemic, it's been great to know that Appleby has stayed on top of the changing rules and regulations and really worked to inform parents of the changes to help make our lives a little bit easier, and as well as keep the kids motivated and learning in a very challenging time, and supporting them through some of the challenges they might have associated with the pandemic. So that's something I've really appreciated. And then beyond the pandemic, I would say that the location of Appleby and the facilities that they provide are very impressive to me as a parent. Um, Being right on Lake Ontario, surrounded by trees and great facilities like the rock wall or the ice rink or the swimming pool or the library. There's just so many different places on campus that the kids can go to learn something new. So that would be also something that I really appreciate as a parent. The one thing that surprised me most about the school is the advisor program. I knew going into the school that the kids would be assigned an advisor, and that advisor would help them with various things. But actually, it's more than that because they meet with their advisor once a week. Their advisor helps them problem solve challenges they might have and really acts as a point of contact for the rest of the school. So they can really offer great advice to the kids, and the kids can feel comfortable going to their advisor with questions that they may have, whether they be academic or other. As a parent, the advisor program is great because you have that one point of contact with the school. So if anything is concerning you, you don't have to face the confusion of who to talk to. You have someone that you know you can talk to first, who can help you problem solve the issue or point you in the right direction. So that surprised me the most, and I've been very happy with the program so far. Appleby lists a number of pillars of strength on their website, which we read through before our son attended Appleby. But the ones that we've noticed in particular being put into practice are firstly, the building of community. So the kids started by going on a camping trip early in the year, which forged a lot of strong friendships. There's also a house system at Appleby, so kids are grouped into different houses, and within those houses they engage in a number of activities that are fun and oriented towards growing stronger friendships and building community. So there's that piece too. And then I would say there's also a lot of group work opportunities, whether it be in the classroom or in clubs or through athletics or through arts. So the building of community really takes place in a variety of settings, but we've really seen that put into practice. The other piece we've seen put into practice is the discovery of self. So there's been things that my son has become interested in that he wasn't interested in prior to attending Appleby, and that's because of the number of opportunities that they provide, and also the culture that's there because he feels comfortable trying new things, and we've been really happy to see that. It's hard for me to characterize one typical Appleby family because I think we are all different from each other, but we all share the same goals. We want to prepare our kids as best as possible for the next stage of life and help our kids learn and grow. So, in that way, it's been very easy to get to know the different Appleby families. We've found that other parents have been quite generous with their time in terms of meeting with us and helping us to understand different facets of the school and how things work. So, that's been a great piece. And I would say, you know, when you're making the decision of which school to send your child to, it's an important part is talking to parents of kids that do go to the school already to figure out if it's the right fit for your child. To choose one thing that I've observed that my child has been proud of while at the school, it would probably be the enjoyment that he had and the feeling of accomplishment that he had going on the camping trip with the school, where they engaged in a number of skills that are outside the classroom. So things that you wouldn't typically associate with school, such as portaging a canoe or building a fire or just sleeping in the outdoors in a tent. I think he felt very happy with how that experience challenged him and how he was able to rise to the challenge of that experience. So to isolate one thing that he probably feels proud of, it's probably how he behaved during that camping trip, and just how much fun he actually had. My experience with the administration and the teachers at Appleby has been very good overall. The students each have an advisor, and that advisor also acts as a point of contact for the parents if the parents have any concerns or issues that they want to address. So that's worked very effectively in our case in terms of reaching out to the advisor first. And generally speaking, they can answer your question, or they can point you in the right direction of the right person to speak to. So overall, it's been a very positive experience. In recommending Appleby to other families, I would say that the school really provides an opportunity for students to learn both inside and outside the classroom. So academically, as well as through athletics, arts, service opportunities, and clubs. So the child will learn a variety of things, including new skills, and may pick up on things that they didn't even know they were interested prior to attending Appleby. Also, I think the school is very adaptable and flexible. An example being the pandemic. We were kept informed in terms of the changes and how the school was adapting to the various phases of the pandemic. And I'd also say that the school has a global mindset. So when it's available, kids can apply to go on global trips. And I think that helps their education overall. Just learning about other cultures and having those experiences available to them. I don't have any secret tips or tricks in terms of the best way to choose a school for your child, but what worked for us was talking to as many people as possible. So we talked to current students, alumni, other parents, teachers, and administration before making our decision, and that helped give us a sense of what the school was like. Visiting the campus was also very helpful. If the child can visit and sit in on a class, that's even better, so that they can really get a sense of what the school's like. And I think involving the child in the decision-making process is also very helpful because ultimately they're the ones that are going to attend the school. So that's another thing that was pretty important to us during the process.
For more information about this school, you can visit their profile at ourkids.net.